So good evening, everyone. My name is Barb Thoman. I work for a nonprofit here in town called Transit for Livable Communities. We work for a greater, I'll run out of time if you do that. We work for a greater reliance on public transit, bicycling, and walking, and my topic tonight is about overcoming the challenges of biking, walking, and taking transit in the wintertime. It was an especially hard winter for us last year, especially hard for men with beards. But we have transit systems here that know how to handle the cold and snow that we have here in the region. So it's at home, the 20 seconds, it was like shorter. So how cold is it? We put together these graphs to help you understand just how cold it is here. The dotted line is freezing. The little blue lines are the average temperature in the wintertime here. So the average, and how much snow do we have? We get about 50 inches of snow in the winter. In a really heavy snow winter, we have about 70 inches of snow. And a lot of times it stays around. This isn't Buffalo, but the snow stays nearly all winter long. And the snow poses some particular challenges to our transit agency, and it really affects the aerodynamic abilities of the bus. But Metro Transit really knows how, and so do the suburban providers. They know how to handle the cold and the snow here. So we have buses that use 5 different grades of fuel, depending on the temperature. They have these aggressive tires. I said winter tires? No, aggressive tires. So I think that means that they have these tires all year long. And they also, I actually had an interesting tour of the overhaul base. You know, as a rider, you don't usually go to the overhaul base, but I went over there and I said, you know, talk to me about all the things that you have to do. Well, Metro Transit actually invented a special heater that they can turn on in the winter when it's really cold, because the regular heater that you use in Tampa and Cleveland, these other places, it doesn't work here. So they, don't boo. And the rail system also has some challenges. I don't know if any of you noticed it, but the trains actually have a little snowplow right on the front. That black thing on the bottom is a snowplow. And they also have some special things that enable them to keep the doors opening and closing, and to keep the switches from freezing, and they have a supply of pickaxes. And so if all else fails, you just get out the pickaxe. You probably know that we do a lot of bicycling here. This is our Midtown Greenway. It's one of our bicycle highways. We have development all along it. And about 10% of the 4,500 people a year who use that facility in the summer also use it in the wintertime. But in the winter, it's a little challenging here. So you, again, like with the buses, you've got to have special tires. So our bike riders in the winter have special tires. We love those businesses that have covered bike parking. This is one of our co-ops. And you got to dress right. And so this is actually the clothing worn by one of our employees when he bicycles to work. And then you got to have a face mask, and you got to have your helmet on. So, and then you actually get sweated up on your way to work. And winter fashion here, winter fashion is a little bit different here than maybe where you live. So you got mittens. If we see someone wearing gloves, we're like, oh, those people are from out of town, you know? But when it's that day when it's 23 below, even though we hate the Skyways because planners are supposed to hate them, they rob the life off the city street, but we do go up there. And we walk around and we go, God, it's so nice out here as dummies down there on the city street. I think you've all probably now ridden our Green Line, which opened just this June, but there were 2 winters, even more than that, where these poor souls were out working on this line in this weather. So here it is out in front of our office, 3 degrees, and here's some guy up working on the catenary. And then here I was walking to the YMCA one morning, and it's Saturday morning, and it's 1 degree, and the wind is about 20 miles an hour, and here's this poor guy up there building transit-oriented development for us. And Mother Nature actually, she does us some favors. You know, we do not have to spend a lot of money on traffic calming here. And it comes in October, and then it's pretty much there and through May. But the key thing here really is you got to go outside. You can't just hide in your house all winter long. And so you just, you know, you build yourself a polar bicycle, and then you just ride it. You ride it around on a frozen lake. Or you just get the kids outside. And because kids don't care if it's cold or not. Or you have your dogs tow you around on a frozen lake with your skis on. But sometimes it almost is too much, the cold and snow, for the transit agency, and so we kind of have to help them out once in a while. And so we get out there on those, there we go. Now I was told this was posted on the Metro Transit Facebook page, and I was like supposed to say, this is not legal, this is very dangerous, so do not do this at home, okay? So, that's right. Is that my last slide? I can't remember. Sorry. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to invite you to come back in the wintertime.